Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Ready to Love. So it has returned, y'all. Y'all know they set it off the last time. They had one right behind the other. I was like, y'all really trying to keep us invested, ain't you? But anyway, it's finally back, and this episode is the casting special. So anyway, before I even get into that, y'all, I have to, you know why I'm here. Those of y'all who watch me faithfully, y'all know why I'm here. So this is a product that I've used recently on my hair to achieve these curls. You can't tell me look at them. Look at the curls. Look at them. Look at the shine. But yeah, I used this product from Honey's Handmade. You can go on honeyshandmade.com to check out all the products that they have, whether it is about hair, it's deodorant, all that stuff. They have soaps. They have a lot of stuff on their website. They actually have 40% off right now going on this weekend. I think it started maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I actually did purchase some stuff and I asked them a question on Instagram. But yeah, y'all, head on over to honeyshandmade.com to check out what they have. But yeah, this in particular is coffee cocoa curl custard. To me, it does not smell like coffee nor cocoa. To me, it smells like a vanilla-esque toffee, if you will, and it does not behave as a normal custard would. But yeah, it still does what it needs to do. My hair feels silky when I'm applying it and all that good stuff. But yeah, this has held up well for me. And y'all, I sleep really rough. So yeah, I can't believe it still looks good after I've had this in for like 2 days. Normally I get to looking real rough and all that. But yeah, when I use this, it's amazing for me. But yeah, again, head on over to honeyshandmade.com and check out what they have. They're on Instagram, and like I said, go to their website. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this recap review. Okay, so Tommy Miles is the host of this show, as y'all already know if you are a faithful watcher, as I am. And this season, he's brought on his wife to help him with the process. So she's on here. And she's just like me. She's like, look, what I'm looking for is to be able to see the chemistry oozing through the TV screen. I really do want to see that too. Like I've seen maybe 1 or 2 people where I saw it like that, but I want them to actually last. I don't want it to be, oh, it was amazing while the show was going on, and then we get to the reunion, or not long after the reunion and now they done. No, I want it to really be a connection, and it was meant for them to be, and it's everything. And I mean, I know that people have their trials and tribulations and they have their ups and downs, but I want to see things last. So anyway, y'all, this is the casting special. So of course, this is where they are going to go over who everybody is that we are going to see throughout the season, or at least until they start getting picked off. So anyway, the first person is Joel. I think he pronounces it Joel. He is 42 years old. If he is not from Louisiana, then he is doing an amazing job sounding like it, because it's the accent for me. I don't know what it is, but that accent do it to me every time. I just can't. Woo, child. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So anyway, Joel is 42 years old, and he has twins, a boy and a girl, and they are 8 years old. Well, he was happily married, and his wife came to him and told him that she had stage 4 cancer and she wouldn't last that long. I think she had like 90 days. So yeah, I don't know how long she has been deceased, but definitely that must have been heavy for him to deal with. And then they left behind 2 kids. So yeah, I don't know if he has any other children, but so far he has only displayed these 2. So yeah. Anyway, definitely condolences to him and his children. But despite her passing, he has decided that he has, been through what he's been through, and that he is ready to love. He says that he wants to be able to be with someone who loves his kids more than they love him. And I'm like, okay then. So yeah, but he acting like he here for it. So we gonna see if he lasts long enough, because y'all know these people that get on here and then some stuff come out and then they get tossed to the wayside. You gotta go. But we'll see how it go. The next eligible bachelor, is Jason. He is 36 years old and he is a teacher. Before he was a teacher, he did play basketball. He used to go overseas and do all that. But when he was done with all that, he came back over to the States. He went out on a date with some woman, and in the middle of the date, the heifer had the audacity to be like, "Won't you be my sugar daddy?" And he said it was a row full of black women behind him that was like, "You better not do that." But yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for me." Then he was dating some woman that was at his job, and apparently she was for the streets. And the day before he was going to propose to her, not knowing that she was for the streets, the co-workers at the job had a group text going on, and they was talking about how she was screwing somebody at the job. And when he confronted her about it, she was like, "So?" I'm like, what is wrong with these random heifers? Oh, I can't. What's wrong with them? But anyway, he was just like, he's looking for somebody who is consistent, and, he's getting older and he wants to settle down. And, he wants somebody who, has their own goals and all that other stuff. So I'm like, okay, seems like he wants something simple. But let's see how this goes, because y'all know things can, we'll find out more as the time goes by. But so far, so good. He's a teacher, and he fine. His body look good and all that thing like that. But anyway, y'all know how I am. Let's see who the next eligible bachelor is. Why do I even keep trying to say that? So the next eligible bachelor, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. The next eligible bachelor, his name is Ronald. He is 40 years old. He has like 3 businesses, or he works one place and he has 2 businesses on the side. But anyway, he has an import casket business. What's the other business? But yeah, he got like at least 3 streams of income. He's doing exceptionally well from himself, so that's good. Yeah, he is out here looking for love, and he feels like, because there are so many options in Houston, that people have one foot in the door and one foot out, and they don't really have a chance to get to know one another like they should. And so he is looking for somebody who's going to be laser focused in on what's going on, so they can know whether or not they really are there for one another. So yeah, he seems like he's focused, he's ready to settle down and all that. So we'll see how that go. Well, now Tommy introduced those few, and now his wife Jacqueline is about to introduce a few women. So we'll see how that goes. So the first woman that we are introduced to is Vernisha. She is 39 years old and a salon owner. She has 3 girls, and she has been single for 10 years. But prior to that 10 years, she was in a relationship for 8 years. She says that the dude she was with was good to her and her daughters, which it seems like good to them meant money from what she said after that. So I'm just like, okay. But he was cheating on her day in and day out. And for the first 5 years of the relationship, she was a stay-at-home mom, because he was the one controlling the money and all this other stuff. Like, he just was not the one. She is looking for somebody who is going to do right by her and her daughters and be a father figure to them. So yeah, she says that it's scary that she might actually meet her husband within the next few days, which I would understand that. I would share her sentiments. So yeah, hopefully this will pan out for her. She is very beautiful to me. It's the body for me. And her face is pretty too. Like, she is pretty. I saw the wig she had on, lace front, whatever y'all call it. And then I saw her natural hair. Like, both are amazing to me. So yeah, I'm here for it. Let's see how it go for her. Hopefully she'll be here the whole time, because she is amazing to look at. She says the first thing she look at is a dude's heart. But we gonna see. Okay, so the next person's name is Chrysanthemum. Okay, I was like, did I say it correctly? I think so. But Chrysanthemum, and she's 39 years old. She's a flight attendant, and for her, it's been hard for her to find anybody for anything really, because she's on the go all the time, and even when she's out because she's working, people act as if the phone doesn't work, and she's like, okay, nobody want to keep in touch because I'm, gone. But at the same time, even when she is at home, she kind of feel like, okay, well, I ain't gonna see you for 6 days or whatever. But she says that she really does feel like there can be love, or there might be love in Houston, so she's willing to see if it is. She wants to be able to find that forever companion so that she can, travel the world with them and have fun and all that. So maybe she'll find it there. She wants somebody who's going to be a provider, and definitely does not want to build somebody from the ground up. So I hear her on that part too. The next lady is Alexis. Alexis is a local TV producer, and she had been married prior to now for 5 years to a local pastor, and she wasn't here for it because the church was basically placed before her. And I mean, that's kind of how it goes for a lot of people. So, I'm like, okay, girl. But yeah, she said there were times that she would be sleeping with her husband, and then people would call in the middle of the night and tell me, I need you. And she was just like, girl, I'm sleeping with my husband right now. Like, ain't nobody got time. But yeah, I hear you on that. It's like, come on now, what's going on? I mean, I get it. I get both sides of it. But yeah, she wasn't here for it. But yeah, she looking for love, and she feels as though she's ready for it now. And I'm just like, okay, girl, we'll see how that go for you. Yeah, I was wondering why her segment was so short. But anyway, they took a break and came back. So with Alexis, she was just like, look, I have a son who is basically the head of her household right now because she does not have a man. And she asked him, what does he think about her, finding love and being with somebody else? And he was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. And I'm like, oh, because he's like pretty young. But of course, I'm sure she values his opinion, and children are going to let you know if they like you like that anyway. So yeah, but she just wants somebody who's going to take care of her and her son, be there with them, be real, and do right by her. She goes by Alexis Fly Jones. And I'm guessing it's supposed to be a play on Alexis Sky. I really hope not, but I'm pretty sure that's why. But yeah. But yeah, we'll see how that go for her. Hopefully she'll find something. She seems like she might be spicy. She says that when people approach her, they roll up with the intention of, ooh, we finna have sex. And she's like, nobody ever rolls up with the intention of a relationship. And I'm like, girl, I heard that loud and clear. So hopefully, things will change with this experience. So the next woman that they are showing us is Stacy. She is 39 years old. She is from somewhere in Mississippi that I have never heard of before, but I mean, no shade. She is the mother of 3 kids. Her oldest is 19 years old, and she used to be married to a basketball player for over 10 years. A professional basketball player. I don't know who it is. I have not looked anything up. It might come out at some point in time on the show, if not in blogs. So, it is what it is. But that's not why we're here. So, it has gotten so bad that her kids have been trying to hook her up with TikTokers. Other people have been trying to hook her up. Like, people want her to have someone. And she also wants to be with someone. She doesn't want to be the one that's running around doing everything. She says that she wants to be able to come home, take off her cape, and sink into someone who loves her and is taking care of her and her kids. So she is ready to love. The next eligible bachelor, his name is Dietrich. I guess he pronounces Dietrich, unless it's Dietrich. I feel like I'm going to be tongue-tied if it's Dietrich. And I'm going to have to say it slow. But it's spelled like you would say Dietrich. Anyway, he is 47 years old. He is a chef. And he says that he has been married twice before. When women approach him, it's normally because they want him for his money, and he ain't here for that. He has 2 grown daughters that are both in their 20s. And like I said, y'all, he's 47 years old, right? He talking about if the woman ain't trying to have a child for him, especially a son, he ain't here for it. He has a grandson. So yeah, if he's able to get somebody to have a child for him, the child gonna be younger than his grandchild. But yeah, he really, really, really wants a child, and for it to be a son. But I'm gonna need for people to understand, you might not be able to give your child, you might not be able to give a son. You might not be able to be the one who can do that, because it depends on the man, what you have. It always depends on y'all. Either you gonna provide that Y chromosome, or you ain't getting it. It just is what it is. All right, y'all. So we have another flight attendant on the show. Her name is Andrea. She is 39, if I'm not mistaken. She has been single since 2004, when she graduated from college. So yeah, she's been single for a while. I mean, when them people asked her, she was like, do I need to give exact dates? Like what? And they like, yeah, I want to hear about it. This woman said 2004. She says that people think that she gets hit on all the time, but she was like, nah, I really don't. Because she's a flight attendant. And you don't understand what all goes into it. Like, she's doing her job. Like, she's literally in the middle of working. And it might not seem like a lot, but they have a lot of stuff they have to do. And it gotta be professional at all times, really supposed to be. And I appreciated the few that I ran into. The one time I did fly, hallelujah. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have got through the flight, because I'm petrified of heights and all that. So yeah, she's saying that she wants the dude to look physically amazing and all of that, and you know, be smart. And she just feels like she's a great catch, and she just wants somebody to be with. I don't know if she's gonna make it. I don't know. But we'll see. There have been people in the past that surprised me, but we'll see. So, child, the next person, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all, the next person, her name is Liz. She is 40 years old. She is the CEO of her own production company. She's ready to love. She has been single for 17 years. I'm not laughing at her. It's just the way the production was just like, okay, so how long have you been single? It's like, she was like, then when she told him, and they was like, well, you know, you're gonna have to let us know why. Man, 17 years, Lord. When she started telling people that's how long she been single, them people gonna be like, So Liz went into her explanation as to why she has been single for so long. She said that her last relationship was right out of high school. She was tired of the dude she was with cheating on her. Like, she was just like, okay, I'm good. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't understand when some of us take a hiatus or just don't even want to date and deal with anybody anymore. It's just because you're sick and tired of people trying you day in and day out. And you know that you are doing what you know you're supposed to do in your relationship, and people still try. You go above and beyond. You do all these things that people say, oh, you need to do this. If you do this in your relationship, they'll stay and they'll be faithful and all this. No, I know people who do everything and then some, and they still get tried. They still get cheated on. They still get treated like trash. So it's like, she got tired and was like, nah, I'm good. And so she was just like, I'm just going to be single. And that's the way it's been for her. So she's saying, look, I'm ready to love. Come get me. I am tired of the single life. So hopefully she'll find somebody that's going to be right for her and that's going to do right by her. Child, the next eligible bachelor, and they already warned us ahead of time. The next two people are basically, they feel like they have that swag. They have that certain type of swagger. And I'm like, okay. So I already had to prepare myself for that because normally I don't be here for these folks, but we gonna see. So the first person is AJ. He's a 38-year-old music producer, and he's saying that he's ready for love. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I would say. I don't know, but anyway, he's saying that he got his whole phase out early on because he's from Chicago and he moved to Houston or whatever. But yeah, he basically said without saying it directly that he got his whole phase out when he moved away. In his 20s, he got that out the way, so we ain't got to worry about him out here thotting and bopping. So okay. But yeah, he said that he has done his fair share of dating people who are in the music industry and all that stuff, and the business and pleasure don't really mix that well for him. So he don't think that's what it need to be. He said he wouldn't be surprised if some of the ladies that are along for this same journey might be people he's already crossed paths with. And I was just like, woo, child. So yeah, he said he ready to love, but we gonna see. So the next eligible bachelor, his name is Troy. He's 51 years old. He has been a bachelor for as long as he can remember. He says that he's ready to settle down, and he ain't been able to find nobody. He ain't here for us fat women. You got to be small, skinny, petite, all of that, and stay in shape if you want to talk to him. So, ladies, holla if you hear him. All right. So the next person on the list, her name is Ida. I think she said she was 37 years old. She is 2 years out from her last relationship. She was with that person for 3 years. It didn't work out. And she says that she's ready for love. She is cool with being that cool aunt that just give you a cash app for Christmas or whatever, but she wants to be able to say, yeah, I ain't got no money for, gifts and all that stuff. I got a family. So, she making it seem like she's ready to settle down, but we'll see. All right, so the next person up is Tressa. She is 42 years old. She is an entrepreneur and a comedian. She says that whenever she tells a man that she's a comedian, they laugh and they assume that she is just the type of person where you would not be attracted to her and be able to embrace anything funny coming out of her mouth at the same time for whatever reason. The men that she normally attracts are hobosexuals, and she ain't here for it. She is not a twig. She might be the thickest person they've ever had on this show. So we're gonna see how that go. I think old boy AJ, I think that's what his name is. He might like that. He say he like him thick, but the other dude, he ain't gonna look her way. Troy, he ain't gonna look her way. But we'll see how this go. They kept showing previews with her, and everybody's show was hugging her up, and they was living for her. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes for her. They brought her back and did like the rest of everything as far as what she was talking about, Tressa. And she said that, if this don't work out, she's going to be a nun. I had to come back and speak on that because she didn't really say nothing outside of what I've already said. But for me, y'all, the relationship that I was in when I was in college with the dude who was in Huntsville, who is from Huntsville, y'all, when I was done with him, I'm telling y'all, I was good. I legit was like, yeah, I think I'm going to be a nun. Yeah, that's how tired in my spirit I was. So she probably was joking a little bit, but yeah, I was dead. See, I really was contemplating on being a nun at that point. I was so tired in my spirit. Like, I'm like, how you get everything and then some, plus your best friend, but you get tried like this? Like, y'all, I was so done. Like, I really was thinking of looking up a nunnery to join. I was done for real. Okay, y'all, so the sun is like setting it off, but you can't tell because of how ignorant this apartment is. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, I had to turn on my little light and things up in here. Anyway, the next person up is Christian. Christian is a 36-year-old mailman. He's been a mailman for like 6 years. he says that, you know, he's never really understood the fascination with women and, you know, how they live for male men. But if he had to guess, he would say that it was about the fact that they wear a uniform. Y'all, this man had a run-in with the law because he fell asleep at a stoplight. And the reason why he was asleep was because he was drunk behind the wheel. He has gone to AA and he's cleaned up his life, and he's saying that, you know, he wants better for himself and he knows that he's ready to love. So hopefully he is. Okay, so the next guy up, his name is Khalil. Y'all, it's the smile for me. Shoot, y'all need to give me y'all teeth, because my teeth are down all the way down to the ground. Somebody please do something for me, because my teeth are toe all the way down to the ground. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to say that because I ain't want to forget that part. But his smile was everything. He ain't even hardly said nothing yet. He a teacher, so that's another little turn on. So yeah, I'm like, somebody please give me your teeth. Run me them teeth, sir. Run me them teeth. Okay, y'all. So Khalil is 41 years old. He is a teacher, like I already said before. He was in a really bad car accident a while back. And he met this woman from the UK. And while he was recovering and all this other stuff, you know, marriage came up. And instead of him realizing that, you know, yeah, I survived this crash, his mind was like, okay, let me just go ahead and do this. And so he got married to her, and quickly after that, he realized that he did not want to uproot his life and go and move over there to be with her. He was going to have to get a visa and all this other stuff. I think that she applied to get him the visa, like do the most. And he just realized that that wasn't what he wanted to do. And they ended up annulling the marriage. Well, he has always been able to pull gorgeous women, but for whatever reason, they are always cold-hearted and be doing the most. And so he typically goes for dark-skinned women who have this like Erykah Badu type situation going on, and they thick with it. And thick, all of that. So I was like, oh, excuse me. but yeah, he said he's ready to love, and he's fine. Like even before he started the salt and pepper situation, which to me looks good on him, he had his hair was, you know, kind of like this in the picture that they showed, where he was recuperating in the hospital bed. He was fine then, but all his hair is cut off now or whatever. But yeah, he's fine. So hopefully, you know, he'll find somebody. And like I told y'all before, they got some people on there got some size on them. So we gonna see what's going on. The next person is Amber. She is a 31-year-old attorney, and she says that she is ready to love. A lot of dudes are very intimidated by her, and they feel as though, okay, you're an attorney, so you gonna come home and want to argue with me. And she was just like, that's literally the last thing on her mind. She argues her cases all day, and when she come home, that is definitely not what's on the menu. Ain't nobody got time. So yeah, it seems like anybody that's an attorney, they have a hard time dating. She says it's time consuming, and you know, people just assume the worst anyway, so it has not worked out for her. But she is ready for it, and she wants things to work out. So we'll see if it work out. David is a 44-year-old real estate agent who officiates weddings on the side, and he is surrounded by love all the time. So it's natural for him to want to have that. He has been married twice prior to now. So, you know, what's going on? He is one of 7 siblings. So yeah, outside of other folks, you know, he's surrounded by love with his family. So it's natural for him to want what he wants in his life. You know, a lot of us, we want to have that companion. So yeah, he, like I said before, he has been married twice. The first time he was too young, and he jumped out there too early. And the second time, it was the wrong person. He has 4 kids, and he says he's ready to settle down. He's very picky, but you know, this is going to be the third one, and he wants it to be the right one this time. So the last person, her name is Kyra. She is a attorney, and she wants to settle down. She's saying that she is a mix of Cardi B and Michelle Obama. So she can be a little bit classy ratchet. Those are her words, not mine. But anyway, she said that she was in a relationship. Her last relationship was with her college sweetheart. They were together for 9 years. He kept cheating on her, and she was tired of the spirit of it, and it was over with. So she wants somebody who's gonna do right by her, and I don't blame her. So yeah, y'all, it was this one picture that she took that they put a still up of. I'm like, yeah, whatever that. If you see it, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like she took the bottom of her skirt and she like flung it, and the way that the photographer caught it was everything. But anyway, yeah, she is a very gorgeous woman. Body is everything. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, she's the last person on the list, y'all. Okay, y'all. So it's not like I was sitting here counting off on my fingers and toes. 20 people, because it's normally 10 women and 10 men. Y'all, the curveball that he has been talking about all season. Why did that just change like that? Wait a minute, honey. Wait a minute. Let me get this right and come back. Okay, y'all, I'm in the darkness anyway, so I guess that's why, like, the sun finally is like going down and setting. But yeah, y'all can still see me. So, okay, then it threw a curveball, and I kept trying to figure out what's the curveball gonna be. Y'all, they brought one person back, and I was not counting nobody, and it were only 19 people that we met. Y'all, the 20th person is Chris. Y'all remember Chris? The guy who was the disc jockey? He was really sweet, but, you know, people were just like, no, I ain't here for you because you can't provide for me financially. So, I'm like, wait a minute! When they showed him, he came on there looking good again, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like this time he might introduce himself and he'd be like, I done, added another job. I got a full-time job and I got that as the part-time job. So can't nobody try me about the finances again. But, we'll see what happens. But I'm excited for this season. Hopefully it'll be really good. Tommy said this is the juiciest season that they've had so far. So we're going to see how that goes. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed the recap review for the casting of Ready to Love for this season. All right, I'm going to get out of here, try to take me a nap, I think. Or am I going to come back? I don't know yet. Will I, won't I? Anyway, let's get down in the comment section and discuss this, especially if y'all have seen the people and what they was talking about. Let's talk about these folks. I'll see y'all later. Bye.